Showtime! He's back, rising and shining. Yeah, man. Today, give thanks for life. Once again, like every day, it's an everyday thing. So today we must remember how powerful we are. That's the subject of my chat this morning. Yeah. We must remember how powerful we are. And that happened to me, for me, when I remembered for what I can talk about my own personal experience, because I ended up on YouTube. It's because I gained back power some way, somehow, because I wasn't here when I was in my 30s. So I must have gained power somewhere. And if I can do it, if one here can do it, everyone can do it. It's just a matter of questioning things and getting in touch with your integrity, strength. You know, your integrity and strength, very, very important. And for me, like I said, the moment that I did, and you can go back, I think, to my first video that I put out on YouTube, and I said, this is not the moment where I discover how bad the world is. The moment that I discovered the whole thing about the lies and mostly flat earth and stuff like that, that we were being lied on the shape of the earth. So I started a quest, and that's when I come out and I said, the discovery is not, you don't discover how bad the world is, you discover how powerful you are. This is what you have to discover with that whole awakening consciousness thing. You know, it's if we all align ourselves with the divine vibration, first of all, and we align ourselves with what the good vibration, it's not very complicated. It's good or evil. So it's good over evil. And everyone that do good, we're all in the same consciousness, because the consciousness that attached to a change possible that we want to create, it was going to be with the good forces, not with the bad forces, because these people don't attach to source. When you do bad things in the world, and you constantly have a bad vibration inside you and propagate that into the world, you're not really attached to. Yeah, you might be attached, you come from the same source, but you don't operate from the source. The source is love. The source is pure love. So this is what I think the source is in my mind view, in my, the way I see it. So if we all remember how powerful we are and allow ourselves to reside in our natural essence of love, and from this space, we express integrity, like I said, strength and ease. Another thing, we must remember the beautiful and inherent connection experience with nature, and that we are very, very detached from experiencing nature. I was myself. I thought that, we are so bamboozled and domesticated, and that we don't even communicate with nature, commune with nature anymore. Like, it's people don't go out anymore. You rarely see people. You're gonna see them out, but also they don't have time. There's the time issue in here too. That people are very, very busy in Babylon, working. So you communicate with nature when you have a 2 weeks holiday during the week, and we're very, very taken away from our true nature. And once you start to connect more with nature, also what happens is you get a lot more creative. You become a lot more creative. Like, that's why I do all my videos outside. I'm much more inspired. I always told you I'm much more inspired outside on the side of the river alone in nature than here in between my four walls. Like, it's okay here to do the talk in the morning, but I mean, what I love is going out and just be in nature and just appreciate the moment. Appreciate the moment. It's something did not really had the chance to do in my life. I appreciate the moment because I always been running around like a madman, working like crazy. Now that I'm the Babylonian decided to that I needed to reorientate my life. But this is what I did. I took the call. You know, at one point you receive some kind of a calling. At I think in your life, some get it young, some get it a little bit older. But yeah, never too old, never too young to share your knowledge with the world, to share your inspiration. This is what brought me here. Yeah, we must remember that's it. The beautiful and irritant connection experience with nature as we affect her, and she's affecting us. We must remember that whenever we place our attention is what our energy will, by design, create for us to experience. Create for us to experience whatever energy you liberate is what you think about all day long, you will become. You will become. That's for sure. It's going to take time. Your timing might not be nature's timing. That's for sure. It's going to take time. But if you're patient and you engage in consistent action, like I say, uh, you will get it. There's nothing, the forces that I explained you the moment. But I think I posted that on Facebook 2 days ago or something. If you allow the divine to speak through you and smile upon the face of the earth through you, the reward will be prosperity for sure. If you allow the divine to speak through you, like this is what inspiration is. I think anyway, me, I feel it. It's something I feel that I'm not saying I'm being a channel from the divine, but I allow the divine, the divine inspiration to flow. Like it's not. I don't mean I'm connected to a supreme being. It's not what I mean. I'm very, very grounded. But the inspiration, I let it flow. I let it flow because I know the source is in me. So if I dig enough and I bring it out, and I know I can do wonderful things. I can inspire people to live maybe greater lives, or you know just get in touch with who you are, with your dream, with your this is what I want to do here. This is my journey here. So if I can share it with others and inspire others to do the same, to go get in touch with their greatness, and your greatness might not be the same thing I do. Like I say all the time, your greatness could be any other thing. We are one big consciousness, but if everyone do his part, if everyone remember the power that they have to change things, to create, the power to create. This is one thing I was never in touch with in my life, that I was able to create things, that I was able to create my own stuff. This is pretty crazy, the effect of Babylon on us. The pressure of the system, and the not realizing who we are, not realizing where we are, everything. It's very heavy on us, and some of us will pierce through the illusion in their life, and some won't. And it's life. What you want me to do? I think maybe the journey of life is to become your highest self, and to not to become, but to get in touch with it, and also let the love flow and all the good vibrations, and align with yourself with the source, and the oneness, and the wholeness, and the righteousness, and the consciousness, and the helpfulness, and bring it on. Yeah, all the good vibes. Here we don't experience bad vibration. It's only good vibration. I'll never bring anything that is of bad vibration. I speak my mind. You might hear stuff sometime that you never heard before, but come here to speak my mind. I don't intend to stay quiet anymore, any longer. Been kept quiet for a long time. So now I'm just expressing myself. That's all it is. And I'm not better than anyone else. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just trying to I have things on my heart I have to liberate. I am under trauma. I told you, I'm under trauma from the Babylonian system I live in. So I come on YouTube and liberate my trauma. If you want to be part of it, be part of it. It's my pleasure. It's that's what I want to say. I said from day one, I want to inspire people. But I know the stuff I say, not everyone will be here to hear it or ready to hear it, you know. But you can never underestimate the power of planting a seed inside someone. I know the message I'm giving here, not everyone maybe is really, everyone is really ready to receive it, but not everyone is ready to apply it. This is the thing. And to apply everything that I've said, and it takes a really big dedication. You don't have to be obsessed. Obsessed and dedicated, there's a very big difference in between. I don't consider myself obsessed. I'm very dedicated to what I do, and everything I do, I'm very dedicated. Not because it's YouTube or anything I've done in my life. I take it to the max. I go to the end, but there's never an end. But maybe at one point there will be a end force on you to do something else, to become something more. Maybe that's what happened to me in my journey. Something came and said, "Hey, you can do more. You can become more. Wake up!" And that's what happened. I woke up. I woke up, and here I am on YouTube. So yeah, it's a greatness, and I recommend to everybody to at least once in your life to try. Like Kelly came here, a friend of my wife, yesterday, and she was struggling, not knowing what her next move was gonna be or this and that. And I told her, I said, just go on YouTube. She said, I said, what's your passion? I said, what's your passion? She said, oh, I love to talk to people. I said, you're just like me. You like to talk to people. I said, start on YouTube. Start to do. I said, first you have to conquer your fear. You have to conquer your fears, and that's step one, I think. I know that's been like that for me. I conquer my fear one after the other to bring me where I am, but to not care. And the most fear is what people's going to think of you. The moment you don't care about that and you just express yourself and you don't care, you're going to be dangerously free. That's a lot of things a lot of things you don't do in life that you hold back from doing is because of the fear of what other people's going to think of you subconsciously. Maybe not consciously in the forefront of your mind, because honestly, I can't fucking care less what people think of me consciously too. But subconsciously, there's always a part of me that cares about it. It's a battle between the mind constantly to take out that bad energy that have been programmed. So it's very like I said to her, I said that the negative things, you don't even have to condition yourself. It's going to come by itself. Don't even have to force it or nothing. It's going to come. But to be positive, you have to condition yourself to be positive in every day. Motivation is something it's like batting you do every day. Every day, that's why I come here. It's to start my day very motivated, very uplifted. And that's a tool I give myself, and other people surely benefit from it. And I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy to share my voice with the world. And we are one, and I'm part of this whole consciousness like all the other ones here. And I'm just doing my part. And if we all do our part, all remember how powerful we are. Do we take back that power? Because this is what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is taking back my power that I've let go for so many years. I'm just doing that. I'm not doing anything more than that, or I'm taking back my power. I'm doing something more. I'm inspiring people probably at the same time. There's a few people that came out and told me I was inspiring them in their journey, and that's great. That's great. Other people have inspired me. I will inspire other people. These people will inspire others. And this is how we're going to, at one point, listen, this system is falling. The system is cracking. It's cracking, and it's time for us to finish it, to start having more consciousness into in the world, more people more conscious, and that's the only thing we need to do a revolution. A revolution is not with protestation in the street and stuff like that. It's just raising our consciousness, becoming more conscious that all of this stuff is to keep us away from experiencing life, all the distraction, the separation, the division, the all the stuff that it exists. Everything is fantasy. Everything is fantasy in this. Everything is to keep us in illusion of separation, separated with everything. Separate with yourself first. Separated with yourself first. That's how I was. I was even separated with myself. That's pretty freaking crazy, you know? When you think about it, the madness behind the. But that's what I told Kelly. I said, once you start digging in, you're going to discover that this world is very, very sinister. If you think the government are doing wrong, are doing bad things, it's much worse than you can ever begin to imagine. This world is run by psychopaths. I am convinced because the amplitude, for the amplitude of the lie, for the amplitude of the evil forces to have so much power here, to control the mind of the people, because this is what we are. We're all, I told you, we're driven by the perception of reality, most of us, not reality. And this is really freaking fucked up. I'm going to tell you, because some people will die like that, will die. That's what I said to Kelly. I said, it's crazy because some people will die never experiencing life. They will go, most of us go through. And when I say that, I was there myself. I'm not judging anyone. I want people to wake up and realize the power that they have to change their life, to change things. And for my personal experience, I went through all this time not knowing who I was. Like, it's crazy that they keep us under an eggshell, under a big and if you don't try to pierce through the illusion, try to see clear and all that, at one point it's to see crystal clear, Anyway, the system, it's very clear that it's there to enslave the mind of the people, and if people cannot see it, I cannot do nothing for them. Some people are blind, and they will stay blind all their life. Cannot really do anything with that. I've seen what I've seen, and that's what I said to another quote I posted on Facebook. Hold on, I have it here. You're driven by. There's no way to happiness. Happiness is for sure. There's no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. Oh, I love that one here. It's okay to be scared. Being scared means you are about to do something really, really brave. For sure. If your dream, if your goal doesn't scare you a bit, you're not doing the right thing. I'm telling you, you're not doing the right thing. It has to scare you. Every time you wake up in the morning, you got to be in a state of mind that you don't know what's going to happen during the day. You want to make things happen. Every day when I wake up, I'm like, okay, what's the next step in my evolution today? What can I do today to learn something more, because it's about learning, it's about growing, it's about, yeah. But I think to remember also how powerful we are, we have to pretty much be reborn. Be reborn. That's how I feel here. I've said it from day one. I feel like I'm reborn in this journey for sure. Feel totally reborn. Oh, I have sound there. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, we have a lot of people in the chat. I didn't see it yet. Okay, I don't know. I see there's not much viewers there. That YouTube thing doesn't give me the right number, I think. So we have Ivar, for sure. Ivar, my bro. Hi, Abby. Sam is there, I think. Hi, Abby. Oh, from Abby and Gavin. Okay, hi, Gavin. Wisdom. Pierre. I know if my came from divine. Yeah, I can. I know if my inspiration came from divine or evil, for sure. For sure, we know the difference. We know what's wrong or what's right. Everybody can tell the difference between what's wrong or right. It's just we're so very much corrupt, sometimes very much in a negative state of mind. Like I said, it's that we don't even make the difference. We do the like now. This is the thing. Also, we've been programmed so much that we do evil things without even noticing it. Without even noticing it. This is the fucked up thing here. We're doing all this inculcation ritual stuff for them. That's another part we can't forget. Those church on every corner, those I don't know why I call them church. I should call them satanic ritual places that there is in every village here in Quebec. Pretty much, there is a church here in every corner, a satanic ritual place in every corner. So all these things have to really be eradicated from our everyday vibrations if we want to one day see clear and all that. But all this is there to create also an illusion of separation, illusion of separation between you and the creator. That's totally nonsense. Like the creator, the divine God, you can put any label on it. I'm not attached to anything. That's one thing. We have to stop being attached to stuff too if we want to one day grow. If you want to grow, you have to let go of attachment. Very important. Especially beliefs. Especially beliefs, because beliefs can guide your whole life into. So keep keep an open mind for sure. Don't let any trash go in it. For sure, not any distraction, any trash, any keep a mind open, but also keep your eyes open and pay attention. Very important. Pay attention. If you pay attention, everything is your teacher. Everything around you is your teacher. But pay attention. That's another thing. In our life, we don't pay attention. We don't pay. I don't like the word pay, but I shouldn't have to pay to have attention, like Ivar told me all the time. But anyway, you know what I mean. When I give attention, when I give attention maybe to something, it's maybe more proper than pay attention, but pay attention. I don't know. I don't like it. Anyway, you know what I mean. When we stop and notice the things around us, and everything's become also very much more vibrant, much more beautiful. Everything around me is suddenly taking a very different vibe. Once you start awakening yourself to the wholeness, and to the power that you have, that you realize you are a creator like just anyone here. We're all co-creators of this reality. We have created this world from A to Z. And it's really the case from A to Z. We even have enslaved people minds with the language. Also, the language is another thing, especially English language is a big coding thing for those Babylonian evil people. Division is everywhere. Even why do you think we speak so many different languages? Come on, if it's not for division and separation, what it is. For sure, at one point we would have not speak all the same language. I understand, but to me, yeah. So what you guys are saying, I'll read after. I'll read after. So we are so very powerful and must stop allowing ourselves to be distracted by any and all facets of the overlay. That's another text from Melissa Kemper. I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's kind of long, but we would be here for a long time. But no, I'll just go through some stuff on it that are very inspiring, and it sparked something in my mind right away. Sometimes I don't need to read the whole text to be inspired. Just a few phrases and boom, I'm gone. We are so very powerful and must stop allowing ourselves to be distracted by any and all facets of the overlay, so as to allow it to continue dissolve out of our experience. This is the stuff we have to understand here, and I've said it from a much science and God. Yeah. Science, I don't know me. I'm not very. I'm more on the godly side than the science side, but the divine side. the pure vibration, pure love. This is where I align myself, not really with evil stuff. We are so very powerful. That's it. And the moment we stop attaching vibration, I've said it from a while ago, it's just a matter of vibration. The moment we stop attaching vibration to the overlay and the system and the doing their evil deeds for them and doing the performing the inculcation on every level, I think this world is bound to change at one point. It will happen. It will happen. It's not something that is impossible. The only thing impossible is the ball. Impossible. Yeah. But it's possible. I think if we give enough energy to the good, to the like it's just a matter of energy and vibration, we can reverse things very fast. I've said it from a long time ago. Come on, it's just a matter of dissolving the bad vibration and just. But it's a big like if we start talking about raising consciousness of humanity, for sure it's gonna be a big challenge because we're so bamboozled, so kept under a fallen state. Uh, it's crazy that sometimes I see things that really shock me, the behavior of people and the way that we deny, the way that we are in cognitive dissonance is very heavy too. We're all in cognitive dissonance in some way somehow, and this is preventing us from experiencing reality properly. The cognitive dissonance. And cognitive dissonance, I'm not only talking about the shape of the earth here. There's no shape, it's shapeless. But it's the cognitive dissonance is in everything. If you smoke cigarettes, you're in cognitive dissonance. Even if you, but even smoking weed, I don't know. I think it's never nobody has died from smoking weed. To overdose from marijuana, you would have to smoke 1,500 pounds in 15 minutes to overdose, which is physically impossible. So we're not going to start on that subject. But yeah, I think we're all in pretty much in cognitive dissonance, and that's also the reason why we can get in touch back into with our power very easily and at ease. It has to be. It cannot be something that is have to be super hard to realize. It has to be easy, but we're kept under. So much poison, so much stuff. I saw a video on Facebook, and I'm gonna try it. There's a guy, I think he was in Bulgaria or something. He took a snowball and he tried to melt it, and the snowball wouldn't melt. Pretty freaking crazy. When there's snow falling, now the snow is all hard and crispy. It's hard to form a snowball with it. But when I have fresh snow falling, I will make a video with that and we'll try to melt the snowball. And this is to prove that they are shooting. The guys was trying to melt the snowball was like plastic. It wouldn't melt. It would burn like plastic. And he said it was smelling. So very weird what's going on this plane and. We'll investigate more. We'll do our own investigation. Very important to do your own experience, own investigation for sure. Don't don't take any word I say here for granted. Do your own experience. So that's it. That was church timekeeper. I have a church on my street and telling me the time all the time. Yeah, for sure, with those bells and all the for sure the time and time manipulation is very potent, heavy on us, and we're most of us, especially with that Gregorian calendar, and that's just a program that everybody just go along with. Sunday is sun god worship. Yeah. Hemp, you get more consciousness. Yeah. So what do you The timekeeper controls the matrix. It's the one that created the system that you have to wake your ass up to go to work. If they get there on time, pay your bills on time. Yeah, that's it. It's freaking crazy, the madness and the stress of society to pay your bills, to go to work. That it's crazy, the madness. And people think that some people think that it's normal. Yeah, gotta work, gotta work, gotta work. That's what we have become, a nation of workers, not of thinkers. We don't think anymore. We just work, work, work. Work on yourself. Best work you can do in your life. Work on yourself. He's out. He will be back tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow morning. Every morning I'm here. Every morning, rising and shining. It's the most wonderful time to be alive. Why would I sit on the sideline and watch the show? No, no, I'm going to be part of the show. Yeah, man. He's out. Rise and shine.